Hi, I'm Kate, and today I am trying intermittent fasting. So, intermittent fasting is kind of a diet, but it's more of just an eating pattern where you go periods of fasting and periods of feasting or feeding throughout the day. In a typical intermittent fast, you focus on what times you're eating rather than what you're eating. However, a lot of people will do low carb or keto while they're fasting to get their body in a fat burning state and keep their body in a fat burning state throughout the day, and that will help maximize your weight loss while you're intermittent fasting. So let's get into it. I've been doing this for a week. I'm going to be doing it for 3 weeks, and then I'm going to report my results. So I wanted to do an update on how I'm feeling, why I'm doing it, and how I'm doing it, and here we go. So common patterns for intermittent fasting is like a 16-hour fast and then you eat for 8 hours, or you can do a 24-hour fast a couple times a week, or you can do a 6-hour feeding time. What I am doing particularly is something called the Warrior Diet, where I'm going 20 hours of fasting each day and 4 hours of eating every day. And I did a video on this. It is called the Warrior Diet, and I will link it. Pretty sure it's this corner, and you can watch that video if you want. But today I wanted to focus on intermittent fasting as a whole and not just on the Warrior Diet, and kind of give some more information about fasting and why I'm doing it and how it's making me feel. So the idea of fasting is to get your body into a fat burning mode. When you're eating all the time, you're raising your blood glucose and you're raising your glycogen levels, and your body is using those for fuel. So when you fast, you get rid of your glucose and your glycogen that is easily available, and then your body switches over to fat burning for energy, and you actually access your fat stores. I did a whole video on the science about how that works, and you can check out that video as well. And that is from Dr. Fung and kind of the science behind fasting. I just want to say sometimes it's better to not tell the people around you and in your life that you're fasting, because people look at you like, oh, that's your solution? You're going to starve yourself? Okay. But people have been fasting forever. Our bodies are actually designed to fast. That's why we store our food as fat, because it's as a reserve for energy when we have less food. Our hunter-gatherer ancestors did not have a refrigerator, and they did not have a McDonald's. They didn't have the luxury of eating whenever they wanted to, and they went longer periods of time, hypothetically, without eating. And they built up a fat storage when they had times of plenty, and then that fat that they build up could be accessed as energy when they didn't have as much food. So don't let people tell you that fasting is a bad idea unless you're a person where it is a bad idea. For example, obviously if you're someone that has a low BMI and that doesn't have the fat to lose, then don't fast. You don't want to be fasting if you don't have weight to lose. This is specifically if you have a large amount of fat on your body, then fasting can be helpful. But if you're someone that doesn't have a lot of weight to lose, then don't fast. That doesn't make sense. Also, if you're someone that has battled with disordered eating and disordered ideas about food and withholding food from yourself, psychologically, this is probably not the diet for you. There's other ways of doing this. I would suggest probably more of a keto variation of dieting, or there's a million different ways to do this. Don't fast if you think that you have anorexic tendencies, or if you think this will damage your relationship to food. So I have been doing intermittent fasting for 1 week, and so far I'm absolutely loving it. I feel like I have so much control over what I'm eating. I have an issue of wanting to keep eating once I start. Once I eat one cookie, I want 17 cookies. I want all of the cookies. And so this has been something that's been cool, because I can go a certain amount of time and not eat, and then I don't feel deprived, because I'm like, oh, I can eat it in a couple hours, so it's not a big deal. And then once I eat, I only have a 4-hour window to eat, and I can eat a lot in that time frame. I don't stuff myself, but actually your stomach kind of shrinks during the time that you're fasting, so you get fuller quicker, but you can still eat till you're satisfied. So I feel like I have a lot of control. I hope that made sense how I explained that. Another issue that I have is I'll eat when I'm not hungry. So during the day, like, I'll be like, oh, it's lunchtime, so I should eat. But what this has done is it's given me the control to be like, oh, I'm not hungry and I'm not gonna eat. And I actually give myself enough time to actually be hungry. Then I have the satisfying element of eating and feeling satisfied. So I feel like it's been a really good method of eating, and it's feeling really good for my body and for my mentality. So I have not weighed myself yet. Watch my result video in 2 weeks to see my results, but I'm decided to not weigh myself through this process because I don't really want to know. But I will say that when I wake up in the morning, my stomach feels a lot flatter. I feel like I'm bloating way less, and I do feel a little bit thinner. I don't know if I've lost weight yet, but we will see soon enough. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I just wanted to give you a quick update and let you know how I'm feeling, let you know that I'm really liking intermittent fasting. If you want to try it, there's a lot of different ways to do it. And you can even start with a longer split and do like 8 hours of eating time, and then you could drop it down to 7 and then 6 if you wanted, and kind of do a smaller amount of time. And I recommend that, maybe starting slow for someone that doesn't have a history of fasting. If you want to check out my video of my 3-day water fast, I did do one of those, and I will link that again up here. I really hope this is the right corner. Thanks for watching. I'm trying 10 different diets for 3 weeks each, and I'm posting about it every week, so subscribe if you want to. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.